What a save by the goalkeeper! And she finished it! Hello guys, welcome! It is semi-final night under the floodlights. I'm so excited for this occasion. We have got the Cosmopolitan Division 1 leaders, the Shamrocks, facing off against Division 2 leaders, Borgetto, who may well be joining them in the first division next season. I'm delighted to have with me today George from AEK even.
Yes, perfect.
Network. George, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, guys. Spicy semi-final. What else could we say? Under the lights, as you said. Top of the table in Division 1, top of the table in Division 2. Should be a real cracker and a nice slick pitch to play football. What more can you ask?
So I think a lot of Cosmopolitan fans know of Shamrocks. Obviously, they've been around for a long time. Borgetto are, very strong team in Division 2. They've been around for a little while as well, but you know a couple of these Borgetto players. Who do you think is ones to look out for tonight?
I actually played with a couple of lads from the team. There's Marcello Russo, number 7. Very good, very two-footed player. Could use the left, could use the right. I believe he's going to play off the wing. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see in due course. And Alexis Santa, number 20, very crafty player from Peru. Was a futsal champion, Peruvian national team in futsal. Very crafty player, nice in the small 3v3 situations, and could really get an attack going. So those two.
All right, we are in for a treat tonight, guys. Without further ado, let's have a look at our starting lineups for both teams. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Let's start with Shamrocks. We have Eli Vovsha, Chris Oy, Joey Aronofsky. We have the striker, Kurt Cameron. The defender, who I saw him before and I mistook him for the goalkeeper and he was not happy about it, but I think I can be forgiven because of the sunglasses. Charles O'Loughlin, and he's a big man, Charles O'Loughlin, big presence at the back. We have the goalkeeper, Kieran McGovern. We have at the back, Cesar Buitrago. The forward, James Hudson. We have the skipper in the midfield, Darren Coleman. We have at the back, James White. Also at the back, Solomon Barr. In the midfield, Jeffrey Smith. We have another midfielder, Rafa Carvalho. We have Nikita Zuravlev. In defence, we have Jimmy McMillan. And finally for Shamrocks, we have Usman Ubin Ayo. And there is our Shamrocks lineup, top of the Cosmopolitan Division 1. 3 points clear right now, and they have won the Kilby Cup 3 times. Can they get their opportunity for a 4th and make it to the final? Let's have a look at their opposition, Borgetto. Borgetto are led by Ivo Mahoveric, and the team manager is Benny Di Pasquale. We have the backup goalkeeper, Joseph Lassetti, also called up from the reserves today. We have Tristan Kirby. We have the playmaker in the middle, the indispensable Jean Sebastian. We have the striker, Marcello Russo, who instantly is going to be featured in our Goal of the Month competition. We have the fox in the box, Angelo Bordenka. The skipper, who's also got plenty of goals in it, Alejandro Canacati. We have number 11 in the midfield, Kevin Rodriguez. Another very crafty player, Jesus Patino. We have number 15, Matthew Hess. Alexis Santa, who George, you were mentioning before the kickoff as one to watch for today. We have at the back, centre back, Matthias Adamak. We have number 25, Jeffrey Gadd. We have the midfielder, Luis Ferra. In goal, the safe hand, Sergio Peralta. We have Chris Valverde, very dangerous winger. At the back, alongside Adamak, Tommy Speed. We have the very attacking, gallivanting left back, George Youssef. And finally, we have number 42, Alejandro Bastidas. And there is our Borgetto FC lineup, leading the Cosmopolitan Division 2 table, having won every game in that league. They are coming off of a 2-2 draw against Hoboken, who are third in Division 1. What can they do against the league leaders of Division 1? And George, there's always something special about a semi-final. Would you, in the semi-finals you played in, would you prepare yourself differently mentally for a game like this?
A little bit, depending on the situation, I guess. Being that maybe one team has the favorite and the other team being the underdog, I like to play a semi-final as the underdog, to be honest with you. Less pressure, more, not so much pressure on the other team, but a little bit of will to begin the game correctly. And I think, honestly, the first 15-20 minutes are very important, feeling out stage between both sides, and we'll see how the square off goes.
So if you were in Borgetto's position, you know, being the underdogs coming into this, would you sit back early on, or would you have a go at Shamrocks, show them some attacking business?
Depends, honestly, depends how the game begins. A good early threat in the first 5 minutes could be dangerous. But if not, you know, the first 10-15, like I said, is very, very crucial to keep the 0, especially being a cup tie. You don't want to concede early because that changes the game plan. And it's a feeling out stage. Slick pitch too, you got to be careful for little ricochets, little rebounds, you know.
So, and guys, also, whilst we're just waiting for the game to start, very exciting, we have got the April Goal of the Month contenders, 10 goals, which we will be showing at half-time. George, I know you had a peek at them before. If you could describe those 10 goals in one word, which is an impossible task, what word would you use?
Exceptional.
Oh my Lord, I love it.
Exceptional.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to be back in just a moment. I'm going to go over and try and find out the Shamrocks player numbers. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, we are imminent on kickoff. And Shamrocks, we have a couple of late additions called up from the reserves. They're a little bit depleted tonight, the Greens. Got Kamani Evans, number 8, who is been called up, Ruben Ariza, and Usman Ibn Ayo, Zreklev, Bar, and Aronofsky, as well as Buitrago, all out today. So a little bit short today, the Shamrocks, but we're sure they still got plenty and plenty of that quality out in the field. And Ruben Ariza with that ball in the middle, just getting a bearing on who our starting lineups are out there. Looks like Sud's actually just going off the pitch for a second. I'm not sure exactly what for. Let's have a look who we've got out there for Borgetto. So we've got Blasetti in goal. Oh, there's both teams just being called off for a second. I believe actually maybe both sides been asked to move all their stuff to the other side of the field. Not sure exactly why. Probably to keep them separate from the supporters, I suppose. It is pretty lonely out here, Benny, I gotta say. What's up?
How are you?
Good to see you, guys. Good to see you. Good luck, good luck. So players just getting across the other side, and then we will be off and underway.
A little bit of a delay, but no problem. Full night of football ahead of us.
You prefer the late night kickoff, George, or the afternoon one or the breakfast one?
The late night. Under the lights is, as long as the lights are good, I have no problem with that. Floodlights, beautiful.
It does give a pretty good sense of occasion. So having a look at our starting lineup for Shamrock out there, we've got McGovern in goal. We have White alongside Lachlan at centre back. The skipper, Coleman at left back. Fofsha at right back. Carvalho and looks like Cameron in the centre midfield together. Smith on the left wing, Macmillan on the right wing, and Ariza And Hudson leading the line. And out there for Borgetto. So we've got Placetti in goal. We've got Tommy Speed and Adamak at centre back. George Youssef at left back. Hess at right back. In the middle we've got Santa, John Sebastian and Rodriguez in the middle. We've got Bordenko on the right wing, Kanakati at centre forward and Patino on the left wing. And the proceedings are underway. The Shamrocks playing in the green, Borgetto in the white. And it's an early touch for Joseph Placetti.
That's one to look out today. That ball over the top could skip and give the goalkeepers problem. They should just be, aware of their surroundings coming off the line. Still early, still moment to feel out the pitch and to take their time.
And we should mention there's been a lot of, those of you watching outside of New York, there's been a lot of rain, so it's been a very slick pitch as well, which, George, you as a goalkeeper, you must always enjoy it when playing on a very rainy pitch.
Yeah, it could be good, but it could also be a benefit to the attackers. A ball that maybe they wouldn't get to in the past, they could just take a step on the defender and go off their back shoulder and they could be in. So it could be beneficial and dangerous at the same time.
And here's Macmillan with his first touch on the ball. Back to Voscher. Voscher's lost it. And Alexis Santa. And Rodriguez is looking for a little cut back to Kanakati. Darren Coleman bring it out, and a little bit late by John Sebastian. And he's looking to set away Smith.
Keep shape. Jeff, gotta be more proactive. Don't wait for me to tell you.
David, it's Joseph Placetti in goal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Hess to throw it back in. One up well there by Smith. And here's Kurt Cameron. Giving it to Coleman, the skipper. Whipping in. Headed well away there by Adamak. And here comes Pitino. And he just got caught in the middle there. It's going to be free kick.
Those quick transitions are something to watch out for. How quickly the ball is transitioned from one side to the other, how quickly the teams could break the lines and begin an attack once retaining the ball.
And it's a really big field as well, which you'd think Georgia might give a lot of space for that quick ball over the top as well. They are looking to transition.
For sure, yep.
And it's played out right, and cross intercepted. And here comes Coleman trying to bring it out. Tommy Speed still on him. They managed to bring it out though, Shamrock. And Hudson just about keeping it in. And Carvalho switching it out to Vovsha. Back to Cameron. Just hesitated for a little bit and Tino got a touch on it. That's going to be a Shamrock throw-in again. And Shamrock coming into this having scored 16 goals in the 3 group games they were in and only conceding 1, so pretty intimidating attack and defence to go up against based upon that record. Also got the best defence and attack in Division 1. But Borgetto, at least in the 2nd division, have showed that they can score plenty of goals themselves. So here comes Jimmy McMillan breaking down the right, just run it out.
Something that I'm noticing early on here is both sides at the moment, I know it's still early and it could change in the due course of the match, is they're playing quite of a high line with the ball over the top being dangerous, but we'll see if they adjust to that or try it once, try it twice, maybe they change it up.
Kanikati giving it out to Patino, and here's Jean Sebastian, such a crucial player in the heart of that Borgetto midfield. Tommy Speed giving it out to Adamak. Santa giving it back to Speed, and here's Rodriguez. Looking over the top for Hess, and just skipping across the surface. Hess not able to catch up, but he does like the positive runs forwards the right back.
We see a high press here from Borgetto, trying to force Shamrock long.
And it's all over the top now. Tommy Speed's just going to have to stay a little bit awake here. He's got Hudson on his back.
Well done there.
Hudson just got a little bit too much of the shirt.
Well done there by the center back, used the body very well. Gained the foul and relieved the pressure.
And he's probably going to have a busy night tonight, Tommy Speed.
Back, stay together. Lock the options. Don't chase. Sit.
And Adamak bringing it out up to Santa. Giving up to Patino. Got Santa on his left, giving it out to Santa. And it's going to be a Borgetto throw-in. Jean Sebastian giving it back to Tommy Speed. Been looking in for Bordenko. He's looking for a clever little flick to Kanikati. Couldn't find him, and he just grabbed a little bit too much of Carvalho.
Good intensity to the first 10 or so minutes. Not so crisp as of yet, still early on, but good intensity, good sharpness to the pass, and good aggression by both sides.
Let's give it back to White. And White looking up for Hudson, who brings it down well. And cleared out by Yusuf there, who anticipated the interchange well, and here's Rodriguez. Going out to Santa. Santa just overhitting that Bordenko, who's looking for the ball down the channel. And it's switched across to O'Loughlin, who I think it's fair to say is probably the biggest man out there in the field today.
Yeah.
We're not wanting to get clattered by him in a tackle.
No, you don't go to those 50-50.
That's a good ball out to Coleman. And Coleman looking down the line to set away Smith. Tommy Smeed doing really well to come over there and just shepherd out that danger.
Turn around. Turn around.
And Tommy Speed and Adamak's got such a solid partnership at the back. Very hard to break down. Rodriguez giving it out to Hess. Into Tommy Speed. And Sebastian looking to sail away Kanikati.
Very good organization early on by Shamrock, good shape, not pressing and not being so passive at the same time. Trying for those longer over the top balls are quite difficult for Borgetto on this occasion. They did well, Shamrock did well.
And the big man, O'Loughlin, take the goal kick, and Coleman did well to get that in. Adamak hitting it back down the line. And White missed that, and it's going to fall to Kanikati, and Touch just taking him out wide. He's got Santa in the middle. He can get away from the big frame of O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin containing that, and that was definitely a bit of a height differential there.
Did well though to win a throw-in. Corner kick possibly. It is a throw-in. Yes, it is a throw-in.
Be a throw-in. And it's going to be Hess to throw it in. And Borgetto pushed plenty of white shirts up into the box. Headed out at the front post though by White. It's going to be another Borgetto throw-in. Nice little interchange there. It's in with Santa in the middle. Ball just ran away from him and it took a hit off of Santa's hand according to the referee, so it's going to be a free kick for Shamrock. But Georgia, as you were saying, they've organised well defensively, Shamrock, but Borgetto's had a lot of possession, haven't they?
Yeah, that was, I guess it's a good beginning for Borgetto in possession-wise. You know, you kind of want to play.
Oh, here he's put through Smith! And Hess has come across. Hess is still trying to contain it, hitting the back post. And that one's just gone out. And that was the first really threatening chance either side have. Hess just about containing the situation.
Unlucky there by Schmidt. Used the body very well to get into the channel. Couldn't produce something qualitative with the cross. A little bit overhit.
There's Bordenka. It's a nice feat by Bordenka, and he's got a little bit of space in the middle. Gives it out to Santa. Here's Patino now. Santa's continuing to move on ahead, and it's going back to Santa. A little bit corner down there, but he's fed it back. And Patino giving it to Rodriguez. And they're searching right now, Borgetto. Kanakati giving it back to Sebastian. A lot of Shamrock shirts back now. And Sebastian just caught on the turn by Ariza.
Well done once again by Shamrock. Very good organization. Not biting and winning a free kick the other way.
They got a lot of green shirts back very quickly. And O'Loughlin looking up long for Hudson. Yusuf getting a good head on that. And here's Sebastian. Going out to Patino. And Patino looking over the top for Kanakati. And oh, sorry, that was Bordenka even. McGovern off of his line very quickly. Sorry for that one. Here comes Coleman and looking over again for Hudson. Tommy Speed galloping over and once again very quickly over there, Speed.
It looks like so far Hudson and Schmidt are trying to run into the channel. One to play off him, a little bit a second man run. Not working at the moment because of Tommy Speed's very good coverage, very good width to his coverage and good ball perception from the, of course, slick pitch.
It's given out to Kanakati, and Kanakati's done well there to keep that in. Driving at Coleman, giving into Patino, but Patino couldn't find him back. And there comes Ariza. Jimmy McMillan was steaming up the right, wasn't found though, and Shamrock just content to keep the ball for now. As we approach about 15 minutes into the game. And that's loose though by McMillan, and here comes Kanakati. He's got Bordenka on the right. He gives it to Bordenka. He's a little bit wide, Bordenka, but he's got options in the middle. Fed back across the box, but it's blocked by White. Few from the Borgetto bench asking if that might have been a handball there, but nothing given. And that was a good chance for Borgetto there, gone begging. It's McMillan initially just a little bit loose with the pass, and it's given out to Coleman. And it's broken kindly there for Hudson. Again, contained that well, and the flag was up anyway. But that pass to Bordenka just took him a little bit wide.
The goalkeeper did very well staying on his line, making Bordenka cut inwards, and the final product just wasn't so sharp at the moment.
It is given in to Bordenka and looking for an option. Couldn't find him though. And it looks like Bordenka right now is leading the line, and Kanakati's moved out to the right wing.
It's almost as if Borgetto is trying to tease Shamrock into playing out of the back and then triggering with the press, not fully pressing at the moment, as we see Santa, Bordenka, and a third runner trying to press. That's a giveaway here.
He's going in this, giving in to Bordenka, and he's got a chance here. Bordenka is coming into the box, played back across and didn't get the connection he wanted. But that was certainly Bordenka territory. We've seen him score them in that sort of area before. So crafty at just getting that half a yard for a shot.
Yeah, very unlucky, very good press, good moment to press. Bordenka got the shot off.
Yeah, right as you were saying, George, they are pressing effectively, Borgetto right now in the back end. But there's a ball over the top to Jimmy McMillan, and Blazetti had to bring it down. It's very awkward for Blazetti. Yusuf getting it back to Blazetti. The ball just seemed to bounce a little bit less than he was expecting.
Yeah. Got away with it in the end. Good feat to sort out after the early misjudgment.
And it's a little bit end-to-end right now, and here comes Bordenka pushing down the right side. He's just kind of catching in the middle right now, and he's looped up in the air. McGovern's got to watch this carefully, and he does.
Dangerous, that looping ball in the air, very dangerous. Good feed by the goalkeeper, realizing where he is, not panicking, and safe mitts at the end.
Coleman looking again over the top, and Smith testing the pace of Hess, and Hess has done really well there. And Rodriguez has got some space. And Rodriguez with the switch out to Patino. Giving up to Kanakati, or he's looking for Kanakati. He's loose with the pass though, and it's back with Shamrocks. Smith back to Coleman. And the tempo of the game really starting to pick up. Is there Ariza, who looks like he's dropped Ariza into the centre midfield for now at least.
Some hands on hips now. Good couple of pressing moments of pressing, and when the ball is in a not so dangerous situation like this, it's good to get a breather and to figure out the correct moment to press or to recover.
It's a big pitch as well, talking about energy. Big pitch, a lot of ground to cover.
For some reason, I feel like one of these pitches down here, it's the 70, we're on 74 at the moment. There's a weird blustery of wind that doesn't really go in one direction. It goes left, it goes right. You gotta judge it quite well.
Giving out to Tommy Speed with a little bit of space to drive forwards into. And looking in behind for Hess. And Hess stretching for it, and he's managed to keep it in, but couldn't keep his footing. And White will bring it out. And some space is opened up, and Hudson not able to catch that, and Shamrock making the first change of the day.
Left side midfield.
I believe that's Carvalho. Yes, Carvalho is coming on that left back position. And the skipper Coleman has moved into the middle, and it's Kurt Cameron who's Carvalho. No way. Oh, sorry, that's actually Buitrago who's come on the left back position. That's Cameron and Coleman in the middle. Here is Cameron. Into Coleman. Back to the big man, O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin looking over the top, and it's a decent looking ball for Smith. The ball's just skipping off of that turf so quickly.
He loves a nice long diagonal.
He really does.
Tried a couple. Eventually one could hit, you know, just keep trying it, but the runs have been good so far from Hudson. And keep trying it, I guess.
Rodriguez giving it up to Santa. Let that ball run away from him. And it's shafted back by Cameron, and here's O'Loughlin again, giving it to Coleman. Skipham in the centre of things now. Smith screaming for it on the left side, but he opts for the right. And it's sent in. The Miller sets it back, and Smith, it's a great tackle by Hess there. Last ditch stuff. Right as Smith was pulling the trigger.
Once again, trying a diagonal. Shepherded out very well by Borgetto.
And it's a free kick there given by Borgetto. And the first really free kick actually in a dangerous position. Both teams have been pretty disciplined about it so far. But it's a good spot for him to get a cross in.
Yep, this could be very dangerous. If it bounces with speed in front of the goalkeeper, it could be dangerous situation. The attackers and defenders have to be careful if there's any spillage to clean up the mess, or they could play a nice floated ball to the second post where we see there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Shamrock shirts.
And they've definitely got the height in there. Cameron, O'Loughlin, Hudson and White all got some height, and then it's going to be Darren Coleman who's going to send this in. Coleman whips it in. White manages to keep it and head it back across the 6-yard box, but White
offside there.
had pulled himself off.
Thank you. Hey, Joyce. Joyce. Go for the patience with those. You get caught offside.
And one problem with Randall's Island is there's no fences behind that goal, so the ball does go behind. It goes a long way. But it has been retrieved now by Blazetti. And back into Kevin Rodriguez. And Rodriguez, and that's a very nice touch there by Sansa. It's going to be a Borgetto throw though.
Don't let him behind you.
Rodriguez finding it up to Santa. So difficult to get off the ball, Santa. He wriggles in and out of the tighter spaces with a very high technical skill. Tommy Speed looking to set away Hess, but it's intercepted. And Ariza was just loose with that pass there. James White came across. And Hess is going to have another throw in. And free kick, just given that on Kanakati for a slightly raised foot. And guys, just a reminder, do not go anywhere at half time. We are going to have the April goal of the month. We have got 10 contenders. I'm going to explain the exact way the competition works, but stay tuned in for half time, guys. We've got some real beauties. We had over 100 goals in April. Plenty of good candidates. Patino giving out to Jean Sebastian, but it's intercepted, and Jean Sebastian has been uncharacteristically a little bit quiet so far in the game. Normally on the ball a lot, dictating the tempo. Here he is though, Sebastian. There's a nice little ball into Santa. Santa turning sharply. Back into Rodriguez. And so technical, that trio in the Borgetto midfield. And it's a long range shot by Martino! And he's fired in the back post! What a strike! And the underdogs, Borgetto, score first blood!
What a finish. Fantastic finish, all coming from a little breaking in the middle. Broke a line, top of the box, fantastic shot, side netting, nothing the goalkeeper could do. Fantastic start for Borgetto.
And he must have been a good 25 yards out when he hit that Patino.
Side netting as well, perfect finish. Now, the next 5 minutes I think is very important for Borgetto. You know how they say the most vulnerable 5 minutes. We don't want it that long, but the 5 minutes after you score a goal is very vulnerable. You have to continue here with intensity, possibly a good press to get yourself out of trouble. And we shall see how Shamrock will react.
And Borgetto is such a big game for this one, not just because of the cup, but because right now they are certainly the odds-on favourites to get promoted from Division 2, and this is a real chance for them to test their mettle against the very best in the First Division. And if they could get a win out of this game, what a statement it would make to Division 1. Here comes Coleman though, and he's got through a little bit easy there, and he's looking to whip it in at the back post. It has fallen to McMillan. McMillan's got it in the back, hitting it back across, and just flashed in behind everyone. And Bordenka, as it with plenty of time, giving it to Rodriguez and Santa, and they have a chance here to break. Kanakati streaking down the right, Patino on the left. And Shamrock again though, just getting those numbers back quickly, and the chance has gone for now. And it's ended up being a loose pass by Santa.
A little bit slow there from Santa. Could have played it a little earlier in the first phase. Gave enough time for Shamrock to recover, and they have the possession now with their captain. However, a sloppy giveaway.
And George Youssef, who loves the left back to get up into opposition half. First game we saw Borgetto, George, Youssef must have had 3 shots on goal from the left back position inside the box. He hasn't had too much chance yet, but here comes, and it's into Kanakati, and Kanakati's onside, back to goal. Gives it back to Hess. And Hess down to the byline, chips it in at the back post, and it has gone over the frame. Kanakati just couldn't get his feet sorted out, the captain.
Hess is also getting forward from the right back position. Possibly last week they were trying from the left, this week from the right possibly. He made a couple good runs. The service lacked a little bit of quality, but very unlucky. I'm sure there will be more opportunities.
And they've lost it again, Shamrock at the back, and Patino's coming down the left. It's back with Sebastian. And Shamrock just rocking a little bit at the moment. Here's Tommy Speed. Gives it into Sebastian. Sebastian happy to be patient and just keep that ball, the playmaker. Rodriguez. It's well pressed there by Buitrago, but back with Bordenka. And Coleman with a tackle there, and let's see which way the linesman does give it. He's got a difficult one, he's giving it to the Shamrocks.
Face the ball, Hesse.
And Buitrago will toss it back in. Now Lachlan And out to Voscha. Buitrago. And Chris Ui has come on out to the left wing position.
Referee having a word here for the little nibble of a foul there on the halfway line. Gives opportunity for Shamrocks to come out, possibly another long diagonal here. Instead, it's a short one.
And it's going out to Buitrago. And Ui going over a little bit early there.
Looks as if Borgetto is preparing a substitute. Number 7, Marcello Russo, is soon to be introduced, having some words with his coach at the moment.
And Russo getting, I believe, his first goal of the season 2 weeks ago, and what a goal it was. We're going to see that in goal of the month at half time. Be interesting to see where he comes on. There's Fernandez, and he lost control of it a little bit. Went in for a sliding ball and kept a hold of it. And it's giving it back to Speed. Borgetto done a really good job of just keeping a hold of the ball so far in the game. We just approached the half-hour mark with Borgetto ahead of the Division 1 leaders, courtesy of an excellent Patino strike. But plenty of time left in this game for Shamrock to make it back. And Patino getting a call on him there. And it's going to be the skipper, Alejandro Canacati, making way for Marcello Russo. And it looks like Bordenka is moving to that's the right wing position. And Russo, the centre forward.
Alex.
Am I going to Youssef? Here's the goal scorer Patino. Back to Blasetti, just bounced off a little bit awkwardly there, but got it back under control. And Matt going for the switch to Bordenka, brings it down well, but just unfortunate to slip there. And it's here with Ui. And Jean Sebastian slid in and was just a little bit late there. Not sure how much contact there was, but the referee giving the free kick. And it's another good crossing position for Shamrocks. Coleman putting a decent ball at the back post, the last opportunity he got. And it will be Coleman again to deliver it.
Lefty, so outswing here, possibly.
Yeah, has swung in. Youssef getting up well there, and here comes Alexis Santa bringing it away. Giving it to Bordenka, and Santa still moving down through the middle. It's fitting back towards Alexis Santa, and he's through Santa. White coming across, and Santa just couldn't bring it down. Almost another very dangerous moment for Shamrock. Buitrago going up long. Hudson bringing it down.
Double handball.
Once again, fantastic work from Swede, laying it back to his goalie, who distributes it out to the left-hand side, and Borgetto could build an attack.
And I think on the whole, they've looked pretty comfortable. Do you think that's fair to say, George, that the Borgetto defenders?
Yep, very, very solid. The first pass is always very good.
Well, as we say that, they made a penetrating run through now, and here comes Uwe. Hess coming back, and Hess doing really well there, Hess. And Borgetto getting very unhappy with some of these referee calls right now.
That looked, I think they have a point there. I think that was last touch off the Shamrock player. Corner kick given nonetheless.
That's going to be Uwe who's going to take it. 6 green shirts up in the penalty area. And Uwe whips it in. Still bounced around, but comfortable to gather it. Now, lovely touch there by Patino and Youssef into the substitute, Russo. And Patino getting caught behind there by Cameron. And Borgetto preparing to make another change. It's going to be Chris Valverde to come on.
I know the ball didn't reach Bordenka there, but he made a very good out-to-in run as he's coming off the pitch now for a little bit of a breather, and applause from his bench, rightfully so. But his runs were very, very good from out to in, and now he could take a well-needed breather.
And Adamak restarting with a free kick, and up to Patino. Santa trying to get the dummy pass and just pulling a little bit on Vovstra. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And if you are watching on the YouTube channel, we have got so much more exciting football coming to you the rest of this spring season. Hit the subscribe button, guys. We've got much more Cosmopolitan League Cup games, some very talented youth teams, and very exciting announcement for our summer coverage as well that will be revealed all in short order. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, supporting the team, supporting the live stream. Really appreciate it and hope you're enjoying the coverage. As Hess just lost it a bit, and the skipper Coleman looking for the early ball up to Hudson, but Tommy Speed anticipating it well. And Carvalho doing well there just to get it away from all the white shirts. And Lachlan putting his foot through it. Looking to set in OE, but still no joy for that Shamrock ball over the top at the moment. And the Rocks just looking a little bit short of ideas for how to break this Borgetto defence down. And Youssef just got caught in it there. And Hudson giving it to Carvalho. But it's one by Speed, but Hudson's still got it. Very important intervention there by Tommy Speed, who has been absolutely monumental at the back so far in this game. And Borgetto pressing hard again.
Unlucky, unlucky.
Buitrago. Getting pushed hard by Russo, and Chris Valverde will bring it out. And he's still going, Valverde, very strong there. He's got Santa on the left, Santa straight off line, and that is going to be a free kick now. White catching him from the back.
Industrious challenge, that.
I think he's a little bit lucky there, George, to escape.
Quite tactical too, a little bit on the transition as well by the halfway line. Not really appealing for a goal situation, but nonetheless it was stopped the free-flowing attack.
That's a little surprised he didn't get a yellow for that one. Valverde's back on his feet now. Look like a painful one, right in the calves. That's going to be Sebastian to take the free kick. And Russo looking for that late run. And Here is Valverde giving it out to Hess. Hess trying to find that crossing position and moving down to the byline. And it's a good ball in towards the back post. And it's dropped towards Patino, but just couldn't get his feet sorted. And Adamak anticipating that one well and driving forwards now, Adamak. Giving it to Patino. And George Youssef. Looking for the long range. Oh, actually, I think it was more of a cross than anything towards Russo, just a shade over. But Borgetto are knocking on the door right now for that second. There's I think it's Patino just down on that far touchline.
A little bit of a good moment here for both sides to take a breather. A couple minutes before the half ends, you don't want to concede anything, late chance. Want to be very sure of yourself. Much easier when you have a little bit of gust in your lungs to give the last push. We see here is very good communication by the Borgetto players, huddling up, having a moment here discussing what they could do as the Shamrocks are. There's a little dialogue there between the center midfielders, which is an area that I think Shamrock would want to address in the second half. I believe they've been a little bit outrun by the Borgetto midfielders in the first half. We see here Hudson also joining in on the conversation as the referee is having words with the coach.
Yeah, Hoverick. And it looks like, unfortunately, Patino limping off, and he's going to be off for now at least. Bastidas is being sent on. And hopefully nothing too serious for Patino. Got the only goal of the game with that excellent 25-yard strike, and Bastidas has moved into the centre midfield. Alexis Santa is out on that left wing. But yeah, George, you mentioned that centre midfield. I mean, how challenging is it to play against, you know, someone like John Sebastian, Santa, and Rodriguez all in there in the middle?
You always have a look over your shoulder, and they're somehow always there pressing you. And then the quick transitions are very quick, very sharp to get the ball going the other direction. Very difficult, very difficult. If you have legs, if you have a lot of running in the middle, it makes it very, very difficult.
And Lachlan with the free kick, sending it down the line. And Cameron just looking to, oh sorry, Millen there, looking to create an opportunity, and Youssef trying to break away. He got pulled by Millen, and an absolutely crunching tackle by Lachlan.
Possibly, yeah, they do have a point there. There was a little tug before the industrious challenger, not given by the referee.
And that's taken a bit of an awkward deflection. Adamak's just going to have to watch it carefully, and he does. And he put his foot through that one. Darren Coleman getting another big head on it. And it's another Shamrock throw call. Borgetto bench getting steadily angrier with the linesman calls right now. And it's all been on this side, the ones they've been unhappy with. Back to the big number 5. And Kirk Cameron in the middle, getting surrounded by white shirts, and they've done well there to win it back. And here's Russo. Doing well just to escape away from a lot of green shirts around him. And here's Valverde. Giving it back to Adamak.
Okay, come on, keep possession, come on.
And Adamak looking up long towards Valverde, who had spotted a little gap between the left back and centre back. The ball's just overhit for him. And Shamrock's making another change. It's going to be Smith coming back on for Chrisoe. Looks like it's going to be a straight swap. Smith moving into that left wing position. And the wind really is howling now out here. Thankfully, the rain from earlier in the day has not troubled the game. Lachlan looking up long. And Darren getting a good flick on, and that's nice in there to Hudson. Back to Lachlan. Lachlan giving out to Fofsha, and Shamrock worked it across the field there nicely. Cameron winning a free kick. And it's going to be another free kick.
Somebody got paid off today.
Another free kick for Shamrock. Good 45 yards out, but certainly crossing range for the skipper Coleman.
Loading the box as well.
And he's sent it in, and Tommy Speed, that's Russo, got it well for that first one, still bounced around. And Shamrock appealing for the handball there off of Youssef, nothing given. And just a moment or two away from the half, Borgetto really needs to stay awake to keep this lead going into half time. And Hess, once again, Hess doing excellent work there to just shepherd that out. And there is the half-time whistle. Borgetto ahead, courtesy of an excellent Patino goal. And George, what did you make of that first half?
It was good, very good first half. Quite slow, I would say, first 5 to 10 minutes, and the intensity really picked up with more sharpness and a very good, very qualitative goal to open the scoring.
All right, guys. Well, the moment has finally arrived. We're at half-time, and as promised, we have the goal of the month competition. Let me first explain to you all how this is going to work. So we are going to show all 10 of our goal of the month nominations for April now, and then tomorrow morning we're going to post that video and comment. We're going to have a comment for each player in there. Whoever gets the most likes is going to win the goal of the month, and they're going to win one of these very trendy caps which I spent a lot of time designing. Oh my lord. And sorry guys, we just almost got incapacitated by a very big gust of wind. I blew away myself there. Hey George, can you hold this for a second?
Yeah.
All right guys, we're back. We didn't completely blow away. I think the camera's a little bit tilted. The actual thing is sliding up. There we go. It's sliding on the tripod. Yeah, there we go. Anyway guys, we have so many good contenders for goal of the month. I just simply could not make the decision myself. So as I said, tomorrow, I'll go onto the Instagram and the people, will decide. It's going to be a pure popularity contest who wins this goal of the month. So without further ado, guys, let's have a look at our goal of the month. And they look like a pretty formidable pair, those two in the centre back. And there is a super pass by Ahmed Todic. And Savovic. He's cut in, he's into the box, he's through goal, Savovic, around the keeper, and he's finished it, Savovic. And Savovic put one defender on the ground, and then he put the goalkeeper on the ground, and just walked it in. Space in the middle. Just had to wait a little bit for the pass, but he's turned now Russo, and that's a great strike! And he wanted to make his mark in this game, and he has certainly done it now. Often Travis, and Travis taking an early shot, respective, and Lennon with a first-time volley. What a superb goal by Lennon. And what can they muster, the men in red? Here comes to Lees, looking over the top. That's a good ball forward to Seymour. They can strike back earlier. Seymour! Game on! Less than 30 seconds after conceding. Seymour expertly bringing it down and burying it in the bottom corner. And Durek Savovic, he's got Hodzig on the right. He gives it to him, and Hodzig's going to try to turn. It's a lovely touch around him. And he's put it in. What a superb goal by Hodzig. That was a Bergkamp-esque touch on the turn. Left the defender for dead and just dinked it over the keeper. Toss down the line, big boy coming in strong, and Levi getting back into Jude. And really nice interchange there between big boy and Jude, and Aiden, he's got Otto up the left and he's found him, and Otto's got a lot of space and he's going to go for it here, and he's put it in! Great shot by Otto! Excellent counter-attack by Santos, working it out from the back. Harasavic and Messi Sekic has got a bit of space to drive into it, cutting onto his left, and he's had a strike! And Messi Sekic's superb form continues. What a strike! Arrowing it in from 20 yards. And it's a great ball forward from Reed to Tuzan. Tuzan's away here on the left. And he's fed it across the 6-yard box. And Czernieski has finished it. Excellent break down the left side by Hoboken. He's got a sequence of 5 passes, and 10 seconds later they were back level. But here comes Delis down the right, and he's had a shot! And what a finish by Delis! So a tight angle. And Di Pasquale, he's turned well, Di Pasquale! And what a finish! By Pio Di Pasquale. Brought it down on the turn and absolutely rocketed it into the bottom corner. All right, guys, there were the unbelievable goals that we've got for this April. Thank you so much to all the teams, firstly, that brought us in for all those games, and for the players who put on those amazing spectacles. Now, George, I personally was terrified enough just picking 10 goals out of all the ones we've seen, so I'm not going to say who my favourite is, but I think you're okay too. So did any of those stick out to you?
I would say 2 of them really stood out for me. Lennon's flick, nice one-time finish, very, very intricate finish, right? Like that, beautiful. And the second one, Borgetto's player, actually, number 7, if we could see him in the second half, which we will. Marcello Russo is on the half turn, and top bins finish. I think those 2 stood out. All goals were very nice, very important, but I think those 2.
All right, okay. So one of those 2 for George. So guys, just a reminder, that video will be going up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And then it's going to be a pure and simple popularity contest. Whichever goal gets the most likes, we're going to have it in the comments. Whichever one gets the most likes is going to win, and they're going to get a world-famous gaming frame cap. What more could you ask for? All right, well, we have got both the teams. We've got Shamrock on the field, Borgetto preparing with their halftime talk. We're going to go back to the commentary box, George and I, our nice waterproof, windproof commentary box. And at the moment, Borgetto, 45 minutes away from a shock win over the league leaders of Division 1, Shamrock. And I will take them into the final. And earlier today, Hoboken were facing off against Manhattan Celtic at 8 p.m. that game. So that game should have just finished. So the winner of this game will face one of those 2. Borgetto coming out of their huddle onto the field as well. And George, with Shamrock chasing this game now, what do they need to do in this half differently from the first?
You don't want to press the issue too much. You don't want to expose yourself in the beginning. There's 45 minutes left of football. There's a lot of time left. You don't really want to push the numbers up so quickly. Just feel out the first 5-10 minutes. Feel out also the wind because it's very blustery at the moment. And just try and make a chance. The chance is always coming. The chances will always come. You know the saying in football, there's always that one last chance. And just have to be clinical with it.
And looks like Borgetto, the only change is from the lineup that ended the first half is Sergio Peralta has come on in goal for Blasetti. And Shamrock also coming out with the same team as they went in at half-time. And off we go in the second half. The game very tight, Borgetto just ahead. And can they perform this huge upset against a team that is top right now of the entire Cosmopolitan pyramid? And there's an early ball down to Hess, who's certainly got a burst of pace in him, and he's done really well to get in. And Russo on the turn, and he's been brought down, and the referee's given a penalty in the first minute of the second half.
Great turn there by Marcello, winning the penalty.
And Hess really starting that all off, just an unbelievable burst of speed as well, creating a chance out of nothing, and Borgetto now with a chance to really take control of this game. George, we were talking about how Shamrock need to start this off, but
yeah, it looks like Borgetto started much sharper. Very good endeavor by Hess on the right wing. It looked like a lost ball, and then clipped it into Marcello. Great turn on the half turn, and won the penalty.
And it looks like it will be Marcelo Russo to take. Russo against McGovern. Russo steps up. 2-0! And Borgetto move into pole position, and it is their semi-final to lose now.
Very, very confident penalty by Marcello. Gave the goalie a little bit of the eyes. Kind of sensual, but that's okay. The goalie dove to his right. Marcello placed it to his left down the middle. 2-0 Borgetto.
And Shamrock have really got their work cut out for them now. Especially against this Borgetto defence, who have looked so compact thus far in the game. And there's Bastidas at Russo. Sebastian giving it to Rodriguez. Tommy Speed. Giving back Speed, and he was caught late there, Valverde. And that's the second clobbering tackle he's taken this game. There's another one on him. That one did get the ball, and that's going to be a throw-in for Borgetto. And guys, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to shout out to Stephen Gomez, Hugo, Piero, Gianpiero, Kevin, Ambrogio. Thanks for tuning in, for commenting, guys. The ball's bounced around. A little bit loose. Cameron getting a good head on there. Late there, Cameron. And the referee not finding advantage. That was quite a hit on him. And Cameron not holding inside of his head. Got clattered there. Sent up long, but again comfortable for goalkeeper Peralta to watch. And they just weren't the same wavelength there, Santa and Adamak.
Sorry, boss, I thought he was stopping.
And Bofsha giving it back to Buitrago, and Buitrago's moved into. Sorry, Ariza's moved into the centre back position alongside of Lachlan, and White's moved out to left back. Let's get into Sebastian. Out to Adamak. Alexis Santos turning sharply. And Rodriguez with a decent looking ball on the top to Chris Valverde, and watched really well there by James White. That was an awkward one coming over his shoulder, the left back. It's going to be Alexis Santa. He's going to whip the corner in, sent in, and Lachlan, the biggest man in the box, winning that ball. Going back to Valverde, and Valverde back to Rodriguez. And just happy to keep the ball for now. Rodriguez. Going back to him.
No press at the moment from Shamrock, taking their time to get out, but at the moment they need to be a little bit more aggressive, I guess, on the press. There's only this one forward pressing him by himself, really.
Adamak, that's Yusuf. Back to Adamak. No, Sebastian. Looking forward, but Lachlan coming in a little bit too hard there on Russo. And this is a decent position for Borgetto. The Division 2 leaders right now in a fantastic position. 2-0 up. Sebastian will take this one. What can he deliver? Sent towards the back, and Lachlan got a slight touch on it, and it's going to be a corner ball.
A little bit of a broken defensive line there. They broke a little bit before the service was whipped in, leaving a little bit of a hesitancy by the center back there, flicking it out for a corner kick.
And it will be John Sebastian to deliver the ball again. Sent in at the near post, and Russo, sorry, as Tommy Speed even looking to get a touch on it, but could only put it out behind.
Kurt, push up beside Hudson. Darren, you and Ruffin.
And Chris, we coming on for Jimmy McMillan on the right side, and Shamrock moving to 4-4-2 now. Kurt Cameron moving alongside Hudson as Shamrock try and find themselves a foothold back into this game. And Jean-Sebastian looking over the top. Offshot, bring it down and getting out somewhat. Skipper Coleman into White, and White with some lovely feet there, White. Just reversing between two, very narrow gap between two of the players. And Vovsha bringing it out. Up to Oui. And Oui very sharp with his footwork. And Youssef, though, has the physical presence to knock it out.
Come on, we both know the game. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. We both know the game.
And Youssef bringing it into Bastidas. We're getting a little bit heated on the touchline. And sent down the line to Bastidas. Now Riza got across and cleared that one. And here's Rodriguez. Back to Adamak. Into Rodriguez. And Carvalho almost getting a hold of that ball. Back to Peralta. And Borgetto just continuing to dominate possession in this game. Jean-Sebastian almost getting rugby tackled there by Coleman. Also not Coleman, that was Smith there.
Much better pressing, however, by Shamrock there. Forced from the halfway lane all the way back to the goalie. Got bailed out with the free kick in the end.
And that's an awkward one over, and Alexis Santa was very close to that. Coleman on the turn, giving it out to White. Vosha. Back to Ariza. Into Coleman. That's a little bit loose back from Coleman. Ariza's done well there just to bring that away. And Oui. Loose from him, and it's a good turn by Bastidas. And Bastidas caught late there, but the referee not giving anything. And it's looking over the top for Kurt Cameron. And well watched there by Adamak. And Rodriguez just struggling a little bit. And Lachlan and Russo just had a little coming together as the referee was looking at the downed Rodriguez.
Moments like this, it's all about keeping your head.
Now it's going to be tossed in by Voscha.
He's going to try and bait you, Marcello. Just be smart.
We say here, you speak with action. You don't speak with after the play or before the game. After the play, sorry. Speak with action.
Youssef chefing across there, and 10 minutes into the second half, Borgetto doubled their lead with a Russo penalty, which he won himself, and literally right from almost the kickoff. And Borgetto coming into this, despite being a division blow, they certainly would have fancied their chances. They have looked so rampant in the second division, won every single game so far. And in their last group game of the Kirby Cup, they drew 2-2 against Hoboken, who are third. So they must have come in thinking they'd have a chance of getting something out of this, but the amount of control they've had so far in the game might have surprised them, but they're going to certainly have to stay awake. It is a very dangerous Shamrock team, even if it's not quite firing on all pistons at the moment. And there's lots of game left to play. And that's decently worked there by Shamrock, and they're looking route one. Peralta's going to come off his line, gets a good head on net.
Fantastic there by the goalkeeper, fantastic judgment. Safe with the head, well done.
Given out to Hess. Just a little bit loose though. And Rodriguez has sliced that one, and Kurt Cameron is sniffing around for it, and he's still running onto it. It's a last minute intervention by Tommy Speed there in the end. Lost it there in the middle, and Smith giving it out to Vostro, but Vostro's pass to Rui was loose. And Santos touched that uncharacteristically loose. Thrown into Coleman. And it's a decent looking ball in, just too far for Hudson. So that Smith actually had come in. But it's a good angle there from Coleman, some good vision.
Referee giving the hurry up there to the goalkeeper. We don't really see that too much when it's in live play in the goalkeeper's hands as such. However, the ref gave him a hurry up, and I've seen worse. I've seen worse.
Russo lets it run to Bastidas, and it's forward to Rodriguez, and they've got numbers on the left, played out to Jean Sebastian, and he's one-on-one Jean Sebastian, trying to get on that right foot. He has the shot, and Lachlan getting the block on it. Jean Sebastian had the Shamrock defence backpedaling there for a moment.
Gamesmanship there by
there's Sebastian
yellow card from the
asking
referee.
for a different ball, and the referee, did he give him a yellow there, George? I didn't see.
Yes, he did.
Gave him a yellow for that one. So just reached the hour mark, and a little early for yellow for time wasting, but he certainly delayed there, Jean Sebastian. And there's the corner whipped in. O'Loughlin, the big man, getting another towering head on it. Falls back to Santa. And Santa's looking in for the shot. He struck it, but right at the keeper. Decently struck by Santa. There'll have to be something special to beat McGovern from that distance. Here's Smith. Not on the same wavelength with Vostra, and Valverde giving it to Bastidas. Bastidas has fed it into Chris Valverde, and Valverde couldn't keep it down, but that was a really good chance. Should have hit the target there, Valverde.
Yeah, unlucky. It looks like the hips weren't so planted. Leaning back a little bit, the body got under it. Possibly his weak foot, but nonetheless, very good chance for Borgetto to make it 3.
That was excellent work by Bastidas on the right side. And that's loose by
Risky.
Lachlan, and you don't want to give it to Alexi Santa there. And Russo is in space in the middle. Santa trying to find that chance, but too clever there. And a well read by Vosha. Vosha giving it to Chrisoui. Back to Vosha. It's a little loose. We have a motorbike on the field right now, and that's certainly a first for street pitch invaders that I've seen. A motorbike.
Once again, very good ball possession by Borgetto, releasing the pressure, keeping it themselves. However, as we play that, curse of the commentator, they give the ball away.
And that's a good ball out to Ui, who brings it down well. George Youssef getting his body in the way well, though. And they toss that in quickly. And Ui with a deft spin on the line, well anticipated by John Sebastian, who's still going. And he sent it over the top to Russo. And Russo's got Chris Valverde in the back post if he can find him. Cutting in the right foot, Russo, and he's overrun it, and Lachlan gets back well there. And if Russo had picked his head up, could have found an early ball to the... That's excellent work by John Sebastian, showing his quality there, dancing around a couple of players in a very tight space. George Youssef giving it into Bastidas, and Russo almost wriggling away, but well read by O'Loughlin again. Sent out long by James White, and Kurt Cameron bringing it down. And Hudson was looking to find Carvalho, but too far ahead. And the frustration for Shamrock continues. And Youssef bringing it out, and he's just been pulled a little bit by Carvalho.
It's almost that he wanted the foul there, and the referee didn't give him the advantage.
And Valverde with some space, and Borgetto attacking line starting to get a bit more opportunity now to drive at the Shamrock defence. Shamrock push their numbers forwards. He's done well there, though, that time. James White.
The first line of pressure is still very, very positive and strong from Borgetto, is still finding it difficult, Shamrock, to break through the lines, often attempting these long diagonal balls from their center backs.
It's given to Ariza. As you said, George, they're so compact, the Borgetto lines. They've won it back again, and Russo giving it to Santa. There's Sebastian with it. Looking over the top for Bastidas, who's onside. Back to Sebastian. Just looking for an opportunity. Still going to Sebastian. Just leading the Shamrock defenders on a merry chase there. But that was not a good throw, and it's going to be a Shamrock goal kick.
Okay, boys, back in shape and let's face the ball.
Lachlan putting his foot through it. And McMillan looking to set away Kirk Cameron. Back with Carvalho in the middle, and he's giving it to Uwe, who's got a bit of space to Uwe. Whips in towards the back post, and McMillan! Best chance for Shamrock so far. Got a really good contact on it there. McMillan is going to take something super to get in from that angle on the volley, and he came close. Speed looking at Lachlan with another big header. And Carvalho, who's starting to spread the play a little bit, but Chris Uwe had moved offside that time. So it's into Bastidas. And he's giving it back to Santa, and Santa is onside. And the keeper's chasing up, but Santa just let that one run away from him.
Little bit of indecision by the linesman. He was going to raise it, I think, for Marcello, so that he wasn't interfering with the play. Santa ran onto a little bit of a heavy touch, but I think a good decision there by the referee to not raise his flag.
They're looking again for Jimmy McMillan, who came close just a moment ago, and he's going down the left now. McMillan, Peralta charging out, and Peralta has done really well there.
Very positive goalkeeping there by Peralta. Decision early, with the legs, safe, throwing, danger over.
But Shamrock, these last few minutes, just starting to threaten a little bit. And just take one goal to change the whole dimension of this game. And Rodriguez looking to set away Santa. And this time it's McGovern's turn to control outside the area well. And
Great touch.
Excellent touch, but the second one is closed down well by Uwe. And they're coming up again, Shamrock, and Bastidas got the ball, but the referee judging it to be too far in from behind.
Got a lot of ball there.
And he's got a yellow for it, yeah.
A lot of ball.
And that was a...
Could be, I guess. I mean, it was ball, but he did go through him. At the same time, it's one of those on the referee's discretion if it was dangerous play, but there was certainly a lot of ball won in that challenge.
Well, the decision is made, and Shamrock have got a free kick in a pretty good shooting position, about 25 yards out. As we hit the 17-minute mark, goal now would certainly give the Rocks a lot to work with in the final period of this game.
Once again here, be aware of any type of spillage, any second balls. See the goalkeeper set up his wall, giving the kicker the right side if it could go up and over.
And here is Coleman, whips it over, but well packed, well over the bar in the end. And the danger has passed this time for Borgetto, who are preparing to send on the skipper Kanakati. And Russo with a lovely flick to Valverde into Bastidas, and Bastidas setting away Hess. Hess has got the speed, and he's out wide. Hess looking back inside, and it's flashed across 6-yard box. And it's going to be a corner ball, well tracked back by Shamrock in the end. But what a burst of pace Hess has.
Yet another long busting run by the right back. You see him up and down, the whole game, it seems like. And he's jogging back in position now.
And it's whipped in. Carvalho getting the first clearance and White completing it. And Kurt Cameron bringing it down well, but just so surrounded by white shirts there. It's always going to be difficult. Use it to Santa. And Santa is looking for a clever touchdown to Yusuf. And Kanakati coming on for Santa.
Great shift there by Santa. A lot of pressing, a lot of determination, and a lot of creativity.
Tommy Speed getting it out there, and such an impressive commanding display by Speed in that centre-back position tonight. Particularly in the first half, made some really important interceptions to stop Shamrock attacks dead in their track. Here comes Hudson. And Hudson showed some good determination there and winning a throw-in for Rocks. And it looks like Borgetto also preparing to come in.
These could cause Shamrock trouble, I think. His out-in runs could be very dangerous now, as Shamrock has to push, has to stretch. Could be in a 1v1 situation if he takes it clinically. Could be the last one.
It's fallen to Valverde. And he got caught there, Valverde. With a free kick to Borgetto. And the goal scorer of the second goal, Russo, who so coolly took that penalty. Making way. Kanakati moving into a centre forward position, and Borgetto coming on the left wing.
Well-deserved applause from his bench. Great shift there by the number 7.
And Borgetto closing in on what is going to be a very famous victory in their history. 15 minutes left. And as I said, the other semi-final kicked off at 8 p.m. tonight, and that's Hoboken up against Manhattan Celtic. So all the top 3 of the Cosmopolitan Division 1 involved in action tonight in the Kirby Cup. Shamrocks were the first, Hoboken third, and Manhattan Celtic second. And those of you, of course, have been watching all of our Division 2 coverage this season will know that Borgetto are top of the Division 2 right now by 3 points and looking like strong favourites to get promoted. They still have some tough hurdles ahead of them, but this victory certainly filled them with so much belief that they should be up in that first division. But they can complete it, and it's going to be a Shamrock corner. I believe that's the first Shamrock corner of the half. Darren Coleman moving up for the Rocks, who are starting to run out of time.
That guy's been a ref for 20 years. It's been shit.
And every Borgetto player back for this one. Sent in towards the back post, and it's bouncing around in there, and Hess managing to hack it away, and Borgetto clears it out. And Coleman giving it in to Carvalho, and Bastidas coming in from behind him. He's just got to be a little bit careful, Bastidas, on a yellow card. Kirsui whipping it in well, and Macmillan couldn't get contact, and he was offside in the end anyway.
Well done, AR.
But Oui has delivered in some peaches of a ball in the second half. Rodriguez giving it into Jean-Sebastian. Back to Sebastian. Some nice feet by Sebastian then. Here comes Borgetto. Just tried a little bit too much though. It's gone out.
Once again here, very good discipline by Borgetto, not really pressing, but finding the lines correctly. Forcing, once again, these type of long diagonals that there was no runner on that time. Easy throwing for Borgetto.
Speed giving it, and it's a little bit loose by Speed, and it's fallen to Cameron. On there's the box. They've got some numbers up here. Jean-Sebastian hasn't managed to get a tackle in. Cameron's still going, moving to the box on his left foot. And it's bounced off of Peralta and cleared out. And it's another offside given. And the Shamrock players and bench very unhappy with that one. And James White's used an explicative there that
A little bit of industrious language there.
He may get a yellow from the referee. We'll see. Not happy at all with the linesman right now. And the linesman on this side has been on the receiving end of abuse from both benches. It's Borgetto earlier in the half, and now it's Shamrock's turn. I mean, George, if Borgetto can hold on to this result, beating the league leaders of Division 1, what sort of message does this send to the whole Cosmopolitan Division 1?
Yeah, we're here to play in the next season, which it looks like they're going to get promoted to the first division. That we're here to play, and we're here to, cause trouble in the first division. And of course, the final, you go in there with correct psychology and belief that you knocked off the division leaders in the first division.
Played into O'Loughlin as we move into the final 10 minutes of the game. McMillan, who has had the best chance of the game for Shamrock, just getting crowded out there by some excellent Borgetto pressure. And Kevin Rodriguez doing a little bit too much with it in there, and Hudson winning it back. And Hess back again to read that play, and here's Valverde. It's Rodriguez and Jean-Sebastian. Giving it back to Adamak.
I'm impressed with Sebastian's discipline. Doesn't really force it, understands that his club is winning 2-0. Doesn't force, a lot of touches, calm touches, secure touches. Such as that.
There he is again with another really nice pass. And back into Jean-Sebastian. And Borgetto moving around really nicely, and it's just straight offside there, Borgetto.
Quick transition opportunity here for Shamrock if they could take advantage of it.
And White sending in over the top, and McMillan looked like he got in behind for a second. And Smith being sent back in for Jimmy McMillan.
Last roll of the dice possibly from Shamrock, last change. That could possibly influence the last 10 minutes.
Jean-Sebastian looking in behind for Borgetto, who's onside. Foster doing well, just forced him out wide. And it's going back to Bastidas. And Bastidas absolutely hammering that. Came off of Ariz though. And Smith. Into Hudson. And that's well worked up there, but one back then, and Borgetto with a clever looking first touch. Ariza read it though. Sent up long, and Tommy Speed giving it out to Hess. Adam Mack just getting corner there, the centre back, and Shamrock going to look to exploit that gap in the defence. They're up to Uwe, looking forced to Hudson. His touch took him out wide, but the attack looked like it was going to still be alive. But Youssef is just going to watch that out very comfortably.
Yeah, maybe not a time for that from the centre back. You're up in the game late. No need possibly for a run into midfield.
And White looking down the line, but intercepted there well by John Sebastian into Valverde. And it's just such a technical midfield across the board for Borgetto. Once they get a hold of it, it's so difficult to get it back. And here is the embodiment of that, Sebastian, back to Bastidas. Going to Valverde. And Shamrock maybe just starting to look a little bit tired of chasing this ball. Borgetto have had most of it in the game.
Once again, great game management and understanding of the situation. No need to force. Left, right, forcing Shamrock to come out of their shell. Looking a little bit ragged at the moment. That's what I guess happens when you have the least possession in the game. You're doing the most running in the match. You get tired towards the second half.
And Bastidas bringing it forward now. And he looked for a little reverse ball to Kanakati, but they weren't on the same wavelength. And 5 minutes left for Shamrock to find 2 goals. They won this cup 3 times, Shamrock. Looks like, fortunately, the captain, Coleman, limping off. And Jimmy McMillan coming on, centre forward position. Foster giving it into Uwe. To O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin looking long over the top. Tommy Speed getting his head on it. But it's Hudson who's got it, and he's breaking through Hudson! Peralta saves it! And Hudson with a great bursting run forwards from the middle. And it's an awkward one for Peralta. And
Looks
Shamrock,
like everyone's coming forward now.
Yeah, everyone except for one. Push forwards for Shamrock. And it's sent in towards that back post again. Loughlin getting close to it. Uwe's going to have another go at it. Lots of bodies in there. Hess clears it out. And Jean Sebastian doing really well there to shepherd that ball out. And we are in the final 2 minutes. And Borgetto are very nearly over the finish line now. To, well, it'll be a huge upset. There's a Patino goal in the first half to get them underway. And then they had the dream start to the second half with a Russo penalty on the 46th minute.
Looks like now the centre back has gone forward, supplementing the attack a little bit, leaving these areas exposed. Last roll of the dice for Shamrock. Possibly a little bit too late, but might as well give it a go.
Stop, guys! Get out! Guys, get out! Alex, that's you, Alex.
Comes Bostra, what can they do? Looking up to the big frame of Lachlan. Lachlan into Jimmy McMillan. And it's Adamak putting his foot through it. And they've defended really well, Borgetto. Carvalho there, breaking through the middle. But Smith wasn't able to bring that down. And Verde and Borgetto have a 4-on-4. They want to pursue the third. And it's played through to Kanakati. Can he put the icing on the cake? And he has! And Borgetto! Oh, this is offside. The flag's gone up. Not likely to change the outcome, but shame from Kanakani's perspective. That was a beautifully weighted lob. And Bordenka's chasing that one now. And he's just forced to throw in, and Borgetto bench can feel it. They can feel the win. And well, there's going to be another 4 minutes of added time, so still a little bit of time left for a twist, much to the Borgetto team manager Benny Di Pasquale's consternation. Going into Jean Sebastian. Rodriguez, who has been so steady in that middle, both keeping the ball and breaking down those attacks. It's run out there by Bordenka though. Cameron Pendon.
Great pressure once again by Sebastian, forcing him back and wide.
White is bringing out now though. Again, just trying to hit Lachlan, and Lachlan getting a good head on that, and Chris Uwe sniffing around the back post, but misjudged the bounce. And Youssef caught late there, and that is a nasty one. And the temper's getting a little bit afraid there, and he's going to get a yellow card for that one. Uwe, well deserved.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking the one fucking tackle.
And Youssef is still down. Got clattered on the ankle. And thankfully he's back up on his feet now, Youssef. But just a little more time to run down the clock for Borgetto.
Come on, Rev! Come on, Rev!
Nice shaking of the hands there. Nice scene.
Yeah, that's good to see a little bit. Take the heat out.
Good to see.
And Youssef, who's back on his feet, sticking his foot through that one. And Kanakati get a good flick, and Bordenka has it out wide, cutting down to the byline, and he's put it back in across the box. Valverde the back post. The goal's open, and he's had the shot, and it's just bobbled past the post. Valverde could have.
Corner given there by the referee.
Got a nice third goal there. It's going to be a corner, and
good moment here to just keep it in the corner, kill some more time. They're really sensing it now on the bench.
And George, what do you think has been the thing Borgetto's done best today that's really got them this win?
I think the organization, the discipline, the correct pressing when was needed.
And there's the full-time whistle, and Borgetto are going to Derby Cup final. What a famous night this is for the Italian side, beating a very, very good Shamrock team who is top of the whole Cosmopolitan League structure. There's a Platino strike in the first half, excellent strike. That put Borgetto ahead, and Russo at the start of the half. Second half, doubling the lead, and I have to say, well-deserved win for Borgetto.
For sure, fantastic game of football. This early second goal in the right when the second half started was the real game changer. Took the life out of any team talk that could have been said in by Shamrock. And very good organization, very good discipline, and very, very well-deserved win by Borgetto, and most importantly, a spot in the final.
All right, well, George, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here. Fantastic game, intense game, and finalists.
Well, hopefully we can see you back out here again.
Yes.
Guys, stick around. We're gonna get a post-match interview with Coach Hoverick and hopefully a couple of the players. But so stick around. But George, thank you so much for coming out here tonight.
Thank you guys.
So guys, here with Coach Ivo. Coach Ivo, what a night for Borgetto. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. You know, again, we've spoken many times. You know, we're a new team, brand new team. Our goal this year, obviously, as we've said, was to gain promotion to the first division, and we've been taking care of our business in the second division. But we knew today, you know, the cup was a bonus. It was a chance for us to get some extra games. But as I told the boys today, when we made it to the semis, we might as well win it now. And I'm so proud of the way we played. You know, we had a game plan. They executed it to a T. I think we had them frustrated. You know, they haven't lost a game all season in the first division, so we knew what we were up against, and we knew we had to bring our A game. You know, and we did. I think from start to finish, I think we held the ball like we wanted to, which frustrated them. They didn't get the opportunities they wanted, and you know, we pressed them in the beginning, turned them over a few times, created some chances, and just overall, start to finish, 90 minutes, I think was perfect.
And as you said, you've beaten a team that has won hasn't lost a game this season. They're top of the Division 1. Obviously, there's still a lot of the season left to go, but you guys are the favourites to get promoted. What sort of statement does this send today to the Division 1 teams?
Borgetto's coming. We'll you know, we still have a business to take care of. We have FC Japan this weekend, which we know won't be an easy game. But you know, if we get by that one, I think we're in very good shape to get promoted. And obviously, you know, our goal this year is to get promoted. Our goal next year will be to win the first division and get promoted again.
Well, Coach Ivo, it was an absolute pleasure seeing you guys on such a big night. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I hope to see you again soon.
Yep, thank you. Hopefully you'll be there for the final.
All right, thank you. And if you wouldn't mind, if there's any player you would recommend, we'd love to grab one more.
All right, let me get
About Marcelo.
Yeah. Cello! Cello! You dressed? Take that shirt off.
We're gonna be with the second goal scorer, Russo this sec. He's just got get his Albany's top off. How's it going? How's it going?
Good.
Russo, what a great night for Borgetto, a great night for you. How was the nerves when you were stepping up for that penalty?
I felt pretty good. I'm pretty good with those. My teammates gave it to me, and they backed me, so I was pretty confident. And I haven't missed one yet, so I'm looking forward to the next one.
And so you guys through to the final now. Do you feel like you're going to go all the way?
Yeah, most definitely. We're confident. We're not going to go in there, with big heads or anything. We're just going to play our game, and the same way that we did today, we just overwhelmed them. We kept the ball. We played our game. We didn't play theirs, and we got a few bumps and bruises, but we got the win. So. Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but we do have a goal of the month competition going on right now for April.
Okay.
Your goal against Eintracht 2 weeks ago, if you remember, it's one of the contenders.
Oh, nice.
Would you like to give a recommendation on why that should be the winner? There's 10 other good goals in there.
I mean, that was my first goal of the season, so that was it was definitely sweet to score after 5 games of not scoring, and it was my teammates were really happy for me. So yeah, hopefully I can score more like those, and yeah, hopefully I get the award.
Well, the award is going to be this cap as well. Okay. If you get it, I spent a long time making it, but Marcelo, it was great watching you tonight. Really well played and well done, and look forward to seeing you again soon. All right, take care. All right, guys, that is it for our John Kirby Cup semi-final coverage tonight. Thank you so much to the Shamrocks. Thank you so much to Borgetto for bringing us in. Well done to Borgetto, and hopefully we'll be out there for the final. Guys, we're going to have so much coverage for you this weekend of some exciting games. Look out on the Instagram for that, and remember, tune in tomorrow morning to our Instagram page. You can see the handle on there right now, where you can decide which goal is going to be the goal of the month for April. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and have a great night.